Welcome back to My Cup of TV with Jenny,
JD,
Erin, and Kat.
So, back with some Vampire Diaries. This one is called The End of the Affair.
Who's having an affair? Don't know. But the affair could be an event, right? Because some people say, this is a very luxurious affair. And we know they love an event, so...
We haven't had an event in a while, have we?
Well,
it's been like a whole episode.
Something I will tell you about this episode, because I had a question for you. So, there is a flashback in this to a different time period. If you could pick a time period and a character, like to see them in that time period, a vampire, who would you want to see where?
Can we only go back or can we go forward?
Back. So if you were to get a flashback of, we can pick a character, flashback to what age would you like to see them in?
I was going to say, but maybe I don't want to know, because will it help give me any more information to the situation now? I was just going to immediately say Stefan. I wanted to know how bad Stefan was when he was full-blown savage on human blood.
Ripper.
Yeah.
But what I mean is if you could pick a time period to see what they were like in that time period. Like who and what period.
Oh, what, like when you can take them to any time period?
As in... I wonder what Damon was like in the 80s, you know. I'd want to see...
Like get a snapshot of their past.
In their lifetime.
I'd like to see Damon in the roaring 20s. The hat.
Oh, yeah.
Like gangster. I reckon he'd be some kind of gangster.
Oh... Okay, I definitely feel like my time period is 90s because I think that would be really funny, them getting a little bit of grip with technology. Can you imagine Damon logging onto the internet for the first time? But not him.
Well, sitting there waiting for dial-up.
Yeah, it's got that ding.
Even vampire speed can't do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, what is this? An internet cafe?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I probably would actually quite like to see him and Stefan, at a very 90s internet cafe and their different reactions and what they're Googling or what they're opening up the World Wide Web to do with it.
So please remember to like, comment and subscribe, and remember that over on Patreon we're much further ahead. And in the comments, which character, vampire-wise, would you want to see in what time period?
Oh.
I would never wear a white shirt as a vampire. I'm too messy.
He does look very handsome like that though. Oh, he is good. He's like the man about town, isn't he?
You're still wearing your date. She's lovely.
Who is she? Oh, he has no boundaries.
What are you doing? Where is he?
Windy City.
He's in Chicago? How do you know?
Came to me in a dream. I was naked. You would have loved it. Start packing.
Is he okay?
Well, let's just say he's not there to meet Oprah. Ooh. But he's in the yes pile.
He's such a twat.
Oh.
But I love how he deflected her question about how we knew that, because she hasn't asked again.
Yeah.
Blood controls you, sweetheart. This is how I'm gonna fix you.
Oh.
So, a hybrid walks into a bar, says,
Stop. You may be invincible, but that doesn't make you funny.
You're Gloria.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't you be...
Old and dead. Now, if I die, who's gonna run this place? Huh?
Well, I told you, Stefan. Chicago's a magical place.
This is me. With you.
Oh. How could you watch your child suffer like that?
But what's the point of this?
Yeah, what's he trying to get?
If he wants to kill her, just kill her.
Conditioning you to associate that person with pain in time.
will make you repress your vampire instincts completely.
But does he not understand that then she'll desiccate? Like, her body needs the blood to function.
Yeah.
Change your way now.
Yes, I can. You remember this feeling?
Oh, no.
It's conversion therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it's literally
fuck
like the
yeah.
pray the gay away. You're like, you're an idiot. Her body has fundamentally changed its biology.
Stefan hit his alcohol. What a monster.
Look harder.
It's bottles of blood, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, is it trophies?
Names. Are these all of his victims?
What the hell is going on? Answer me.
It's beautiful.
A witch gave it to me.
I'm bored. I want to go.
Then go without me. I'm not your girlfriend.
No, you're my sister, which means you have to do as I say.
Oh my god, are they getting her out of the coffin?
Don't recognize her. Don't tell her that. Rebekah's temper's worse than mine. Time to wake up, little sister.
Stefan, don't be mean.
What the hell are you doing?
Oh god.
Oh, he's so brazen about it. Like there's other people in that bar.
I'd like you to join me for a drink.
What kind of sick freaks are you? I said, drink.
I don't know why, just knowing they're human just makes it.
You can't help. How? We're going to your old apartment.
Oh.
You have the hard girl because he thinks you're dead. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I'm not okay with this. Oh god, that must be so hard. Oh,
A bit too close for comfort.
okay, oxygen. Oh.
I had an hour to realize what a bad idea it was to leave you here alone, process it, and move on.
It was a terrible idea.
She obviously has a glimmer of hope because he saved her earlier.
Yeah.
He didn't say that she was there.
But I don't ever feel like it's that he wanted to go. It's like he's serving a sentence.
A king.
Oh, this is not who you give a pep talk to.
My sister fancies you, you know. But I should warn you, Rebekah doesn't do anything half speed. That includes falling in love, so just be careful. She's not be mad.
So, did Klaus just refer to himself as a weird half-breed and then Stefan said, no, you're a king?
Yeah.
So he's the whole point. He planted that fucking seed of supremacy in his head anyway.
I don't think he's planted the seed. I think it's just more, it shows you a bit of self-doubt in Klaus. And maybe how he views himself.
It's like
He's
you being like,
overcompensating now.
He's being like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be good at this. And I'm like, no, you can do it. He's like, do you know what? Maybe I can do it. It's like I said, like Lexi with Stefan, like when someone believes in you, look what you can achieve. Well, Stefan has just done the wrong. His
toxic version of that.
yeah, you know, and he's like, you shouldn't have done that. Yeah, and look where we are now.
And we do finally have an explanation as to why he wanted Stefan alive.
Because he was a friend, or a fan, or was he a fan? Yeah. So is this the end of their affair then?
To friendship.
It's also weird to think that Stefan doesn't remember any of this.
Was
Because
he
you'd think that a vampire lived that long would have a really good memory, but maybe that's not a given.
It's the only option.
Why are you trying to fix me?
So I don't have to kill you.
Really hope her mum's behind him and is about to shoot him in the fucking head.
He's probably got a
Yeah! Oh! Oh! great.
Looking at that, Liz. I know what I'm doing.
That's our daughter in there.
Oh,
Yes,
yes,
Mum.
Liz.
You're not going in there.
Go ahead.
That is how you love your child.
Yeah.
Why do I only know you as a hybrid dick who sacrificed my girlfriend on an altar of fire?
She dies tonight. That's that same outfit.
That is a lovely dress.
I know, that's why I recognise it. I'm sure it is.
They're using wooden bullets. They know.
Heavens, he said.
Who?
Who's hunting them?
You must forget Rebekah or me until I say otherwise. You never
Ah.
know.
That answers my question.
I thought it would be that.
It was like to have a brother.
Do you think it's Elijah that's hunting?
Could be.
Unless you're running from someone. Story time's over.
Is there a bigger bad than the big bad?
Finding Klaus's weakness.
Tell Elena to go home and forget about me.
Tell yourself.
To be fair, until she hears it from Stefan, she's not gonna.
Yeah.
It won't be any fun after you're dead.
Oh.
Really?
Not in my bar. Take it outside.
No! No.
Come with me, Stefan, please.
And what do you expect if I do? Huh? It's never gonna be the same, Elena.
I know that.
I don't think you do. That part of my life is done. I don't want to see you. I don't want to be with you.
I also, there's a thing about, she always talks about how Stefan respects her choices.
I just want you to go.
She's not respecting his.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think she needed to hear it from him.
Yeah. But it's difficult because he didn't choose to
No.
want to leave her, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, I think she needed him to tell her.
But also, I'm sorry, I'm going to pause
Yeah.
just in case. Even if he could, like, let's just say she could be, oh, okay, I'll come home again. He's going to follow you. And then
Yeah.
all the people around you who worked to try and save you and died the first time, like Jenna, more people are going to be in danger because Klaus is not dead. So, do you know what I mean? So it's not, I don't know what Elena's thinking. It's not as simple as, we'll get Stefan to come home. Because the real problem is Klaus.
Yeah.
Because then also if Klaus does say find her, kill her, then he is capable of creating these hybrids, and it's so shit that this young girl can't be with her boyfriend. It's just they live in this world where actually that one thing has such massive repercussions.
Also, she doesn't seem to be acknowledging that Stefan made the deal to save Damon. What do you think Klaus is going to do if he goes back on that deal? Just go, oh, he said he would and now he's not.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
There's going to be repercussions.
Yeah.
And if the deal is 10 years, I mean, that sounds like an insane, obviously, amount of time for us. Yeah, I don't know, work in the background to try and get rid of Klaus. I have felt this has been a very stupid plan just to rock up after Damon was literally just saying to her, well, now he's going to know if you're going into these woods. So instead they thought they'd go an episode later to a bar where they know he is to do what? This...
Things I can understand Damon, because for Damon he's here because of trying to save me. So I think if he can try and get Stefan out of the deal, that makes sense. But for Elena...
Yeah, but the deal isn't like when Stefan's had enough, like, please come home. It's we would need to renegotiate. So I don't see the point in her being there to convince him to come back, because he can't walk away. Unless I'm missing something, I'm finding this just
Are they aware that
stupid
he made
and
a
frustrating.
deal?
Yeah.
So they know he made a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 years. 10 years
Well,
back.
they know. So Elena and Damon know this.
Yeah.
So then
That's why we're like,
then
what's the
they're
point of
both
this?
This is, do you know what? This is going to sound really bad. I have never thought that there was a pointless episode. And I guess it isn't a pointless episode because you're getting a lot of backstory,
Yeah.
but the way we're getting it is actually feeling a bit like...
Damon and Elena didn't actually even need to
Reckless.
be in this episode. They still could have gone down memory lane, Klaus and Stefan, you know, with Rebekah and everything. But Elena and Damon chasing Stefan is pointless.
The only reasoning I can find for Damon taking Elena there is that we know that obviously Stefan killed Andy, but then he called Elena and he saved Damon on the mountain. So I wonder whether Damon's kind of using Elena as a
Test.
No, I think to try and keep Stefan as Stefan. If he's holding on to Elena and that bit of his humanity, that maybe seeing Elena is going to keep him holding on that bit longer as Stefan, because he could just let go.
Yeah, but then off you pop Damon for all the times where you are thinking that you're in love with her because you don't put someone that you love that much in harm's danger. And I understand from the story point of view, like, she has needed to hear Stefan say, I'm done. It just... We're getting all the things that we need to know. I just think from them two, it's not smart.
No.
And maybe it is just they were desperate to find where he was and they thought, hey, we go into things without a plan sometimes, let's just see where we're going. But this...
It's
But
also a
then-
frustrating episode because it makes... Sometimes you get in episodes bits that Elena does and you're like, yes, awesome, it's good to see a woman being smart. But this is one of those episodes where I'm like, what are you doing, girl? You're misrepresenting all of us here in TV. You're like, you're stupid. What are you doing?
I do wonder, though, what would we be saying if she did nothing? That kind of also wouldn't sit right with her character to go, well, Stefan's gone. You know,
Absolutely, definitely not nothing.
Mm.
I would have thought they'd be, you know, like, say that they'd gone to Chicago to hunt down the same witch, just what was headed like that's meant then they'd cross paths. That I think would have made more sense about how they normally plan things.
To
Now,
go,
I
to go and get
appreciate-
answers to see with the witch if the witch knows how to kill Klaus.
She must be so heartbroken though.
You okay?
Just drive.
Oh, I love this. I love this.
I just thought that he was the one who got.
He did. He will again.
It's about full acceptance, though, giving her the blood bag and everything.
Lovely.
Give him a
And that's
child
donated blood. It's ethical.
Yeah.
It's not. No one got hurt.
She's defending her dad to her.
Thanks for believing it.
I don't know what it is. Those two, their scenes always really get me.
My dad hates me.
I know the circumstances aren't normal, but that is a normal thing that you would go through.
Yeah. Hopefully Liz will smack the dad upside his head.
Ooh. She's talking about, I want to see if she is in the outfit. I'm pretty sure.
Rebekah, it's your big brother. Come out, wherever you are.
Go to hell, Nick.
Oh!
Him or me? That's what I thought. Get in the truck.
Because it's not a choice, is it?
Goodbye, Nick.
Oh, this is why he's got issues.
Now, you remember.
Oh, is he going to be, like, madly in love with her?
Or he's just... He's also letting go of the Ripper, like...
Oh. Oh, no.
Rebekah.
That was weird, though. Made him forget and then made him remember. Never seen that before.
Hey, buddy, take a picture of my brother.
Oh, God. He is such a puppet master.
You know how to contact the original witch.
The original witch.
We have the Gloria needs.
Oh, Elena's got it.
Oh.
Where's my necklace?
What did you do with it? I never take it off.
Katherine?
Have you seen these two? I've never seen those people before in my life.
Wrap it up, boys. We're through here.
See?
So I think we've discussed the whole
Yeah.
why we think it's not a good idea.
I didn't love it as an episode. But there's definitely some important bits of information that we needed to get
I think the
from that.
main thing was this backstory with Stefan and Klaus.
It's really interesting because had he wanted Stefan to come with him, he could have just pretty much unloaded all of those memories really early on, but he has taken his time and he's waited and almost like tested him to see whether maybe he needed to or
Yeah, because maybe he wasn't going to unless they needed Rebekah.
I've always felt that he wanted Stefan to choose to be his friend again.
Yeah.
What, of his own accord?
Yeah. And when he realised that actually...
Kind of we're true friends because even after not knowing that, he wants to be my friend.
No, I see that.
I agree with JD's comment earlier though. Damon and Elena could just have not been in that. We didn't get a lot from that. Like, it was pretty pointless.
It's kind of detrimental to Elena's
Other
character,
than
I
Elena
feel.
finding the list and being like, oh shit, Stefan's a crazy person.
We met Rebekah. So it's Klaus and Elijah's younger sister.
I like her.
I loved in the episode, well done for the flashbacky scenes, the costumes, the cars, the set, everything was really lovely. Because, again, a production having all of those details is amazing. So I really liked that. Some of those fringe dresses was so nice.
What do we think of Rebekah? We haven't seen much, but
I quite like Rebekah. Is the reason that Klaus didn't die because he's a hybrid?
yeah,
The dagger.
the daggers have
can't
never
kill him.
worked on him.
Right. Okay.
Oh.
But for some,
I mean-
but he said she knew that. So do all the originals know how it works?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
It's the fact that she said, but I thought I hoped it would hurt more.
Yeah. Well, I suppose if she's been stuck or it seems like she changed her mind and eventually decided kind of to go with him. And then he's been going through this like, I'm a hybrid, it's just rubbish. She probably will have been there because he's not going to have wanted to be alone and he would have spoken to her. So she probably has a lot more information about everything to do with him.
Klaus made some comments early on that are, I think, important about Rebekah. Is when he said to Stefan, she doesn't do anything by halves or at half speed.
Yeah,
Right? And that includes falling in love.
Psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her temper is worse than his. That's what he said. And I love he's a patronising arse. But when he says things like, oh, she's just being dramatic, or we don't have time for one of your tantrums,
The sibling dynamic is funny.
There is a love there.
Yeah, I like that we're getting these little bits and breadcrumbs about the originals, but I'm really intrigued where she said we had to decide, and like that background of that family drama would be like an episode of Jerry Springer on steroids. So I'm really intrigued about the originals and that whole story, but I'm pleased we're getting more of it.
Yeah.
Rebekah does seem that although that's her brother, she still seems like an independent thinker, that she wouldn't necessarily agree with everything he does and she would tell him so. So I'm intrigued to learn more about her because she seems to have think for herself, not just follow him blindly. Although on the flip side of that, it looks like one of Klaus's fears is to be abandoned because he desperately didn't want her to go. And
to the point that he daggered her.
He daggered her so that he could keep her. That's very... Yeah.
Well, if you're going to keep your family...
That's what I'm saying. He hasn't got rid of them.
No, because...
He's keeping them.
He definitely has abandonment issues. But then, if we look back at the bits that we know, is that the werewolf father then left.
The dad... who he thought was his dad, killed...
Yeah.
His actual father.
Yeah.
And and his family.
So yeah, there's going to be some real twisted stuff in there. But what I would love to know is there's this guy that we are we've been built up to be thinking he is like
He's
untouchable. He's it, and then, you know,
Now
90 years earlier, he was running from someone.
Yeah, now we're getting these breadcrumbs that actually he's running from someone.
And what? And,
Yeah.
and
What does
why?
he think?
And what do they know? What can they do?
Yeah.
The necklace.
So it's got a spell on it or something because it's from
And
a
it
witch.
belonged
It's from
to Rebekah.
an original witch.
So, but we thought. So, has it got vervain in it?
It might have a spell on it though, because you know with the rings that they can
Yeah.
walk in daylight is a piece of jewelry
It
with
has
a spell on it.
vervain in it. Yeah.
So,
But how is she wearing it?
Doesn't mean it had vervain in it then.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's like
there's
a
me,
locket
like,
type
right.
thing.
Stefan
put it in
Yeah.
Right.
earlier.
But so then I'm thinking, does he know the properties or anything about it, or is this just really shit luck for
He
Elena?
found it after he had been made to forget.
Yeah.
But then something must have drawn him to it, because if he was made to forget, he doesn't remember it was magic. But why would you just see that on the floor? Like, there's something that would have still drawn him to it. And why was, other than Katherine watching him because it was Stefan, she was looking at that as well. There's got to be something they can sense.
But
Or...
she may well have seen that before because she knew Klaus 500 years ago.
I think what we're supposed to realise as well is that obviously at the end there, Katherine is in Chicago.
Yeah.
So that's why she knows, because she's following.
What does she want?
So the whole time Klaus has been looking for her, has she actually been following him? That's just smart.
Yeah, because you're never going to look around and chase your tail when you'll go forward.
So maybe what she was doing was keeping track of Klaus. And obviously then she's obviously kept an eye on Stefan.
Exactly, but then why has she decided this was the moment to call Damon to be like, I know where he is, if she's been doing that the whole time. So it's Katherine. She's probably got several strings of several plans.
Yeah.
And I just... She hedges her bets, I think, is the problem with her.
Yeah.
You said about her giving... But she gave Damon about the werewolf blood. Yes, that is her hedging her bet, because then she keeps him on good enough footing when she needs it. Same with giving bits of information to Klaus or like whoever, because
to use, I think, a Game of Thrones reference, she's a Littlefinger.
Yeah.
She's self-serving.
She's playing everyone all at once and just... So met the witch Gloria. I like her.
She's sassy.
And you know she's powerful just from the way she talks to them.
And she's not afraid of them at all.
No. And the fact that Klaus stopped.
Yeah.
Would take it outside.
Yeah.
No, Mabel, get out. Yeah, there's respect there.
I love the different reactions as well. The way she's to Klaus and Stefan compared to how she was with Damon. There's that little bit of flirty, like, he's fun, this one.
Yeah. Also, like, you're cute, little boy, get out. Like, yeah.
But we don't know what Damon was like in that time period, which is what makes it interesting. If it's this idea that he was following Stefan around. Because we look at Damon as this, bad guy, kills, does what he wants, which, I mean, don't get me
Hated Stefan
wrong.
this whole time.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, like, he's done awful things. But he didn't start out that way. And I think he's always had a better grip on it. And I can imagine him having just followed around, mopping things up.
But we have to wonder, if he was following Stefan, why does he not know about Klaus?
I was just thinking I wonder, what I thought was, I wonder if he had ever seen, I mean, that was kind of a short period of time, right, where Stefan and Klaus bonded. But I was like, what if Damon saw that and was like, he called him his brother, and he was like, but he's my brother. And like, that's the bond he's always wanted. I feel bad, but yeah. Oh, interesting.
And then the other big storyline from this one is Caroline. Give the girl a bloody break. Yeah. Can we have a season where Caroline just gets to go on a nice holiday?
Yeah. But then I don't want to not see her. But also I would like her to...
When he opened them sunlight shutters, I forgot for a second that it wasn't Buffy and they don't go poof.
Yeah.
That she's going to burn. I was like, oh, no. because I was like, Caroline can't die. But yeah, in his own twisted way, I'm not defending him at all, but I'm glad that the dad didn't try to find something else rather than just killing her. And I seriously think obviously Liz should go and smack him upside his head and have that discussion. But I'm glad that the dad, he must have been hanging on to something that he loves her, because otherwise he would have just gone, he would have written her off completely, just killed her. So he obviously didn't, even though his own kind of, we'll pray it away.
Although I don't
weird
understand
conversion therapy.
the logic. It's like
trying to pray away cancer.
No, for me, it's that, but if she doesn't feed, she desiccates and
she dies.
Yeah. It's like if you're trying to use conversion therapy to stop someone from eating, they will then die.
Yeah.
I'm going to convert you off oxygen.
Yeah.
It's
and everything will be fine. Yeah, that's what I mean. It was a very flawed plan from the beginning.
Especially because of all the vampires we've seen, she has the best control of herself.
And
because someone so young, like a young vampire as well.
And yes, you can argue he's not had the opportunity to see it, but no, I really cannot buy into it. And there's a bit in the back of my head that goes, no, think about that, what he must feel, that is his daughter. No, I don't care. Just the idea of, it's that, like, for the greater good. That it's not that exact logic, but like it's no, you don't, because you don't, either you think that vampires are wrong and therefore she's wrong, you kill her, that's your thing, but you can't keep her alive in a way that you deem acceptable to make you feel better about your choices.
If you've locked her up
her
to make sure she can't hurt anyone is one thing, but you're torturing her.
Yeah, that's the bit that I can't get past.
But it's like, for a good outcome, for what's best in the end.
But I love how in just a few small clips we see the complete turnaround of Liz and how she has fully accepted. Not only is she saving her from him and not having any of that shit, but that she sat there having given her a blood bank, taking it away, because she could have been like, I don't want to see it, I don't want to be involved in that, I've accepted it.
It's her baby, isn't it?
But
like
she's fully...
Also, sorry, I can't remember, does Liz know about Tyler? Because did Matt find out? So she's also endorsing Tyler, because she's got Tyler's help to rescue her daughter.
Tyler went to her.
Oh, sorry, but
she must know.
They've gone together.
Said Tyler, go deal with it, and had
no. I mean, as him as a werewolf, but
but she must do because he had super strength to open the door, so she must know something.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but I think that's nice. You see that progression, and it's just it's good.
Yeah, I think they're such beautiful, such real life scenes in a complete insanity of world that I can think of times where, like, my mum has, just, it's almost that, like, infant-like care they give you. They just tuck that blanket in because you are really suffering and you're in need. And I do like the fact that she could talk absolute shit about Caroline's dad. Like, she could, but you can tell that Caroline still loves him. And piling on the hatred doesn't help. And, the idea that she wants to hope that it would change, because that's what she did, and she needs Caroline to forgive her for that.
Yeah. And I think for her, it took her a bit of time.
Yeah.
She was able to come to terms. So I think she's probably hopeful that we can get him to the same
come
place.
around. Yeah, because she probably sees herself in her ex-husband of like, God, I thought like that too. And so if she completely writes him off, she can't ask for that same grace for herself. So, yeah.
And the pain that will cause Caroline as well.
To see her break down with Tyler like that, bless her.
He hates me. Oh.
It's just one thing after another.
Yeah.
And you know what? There's a lot in that. And it's interesting that it's Caroline's dad doing it, that you could connect to someone coming out and feeling like a parent hates them all, like you said, gay conversion therapy and all of that. That the person doing it to her is her dad, who is a gay man, who was a gay man in a small town, who has probably had his fair share of prejudice.
Yeah, and yet he's not. He's not giving that grace to someone else or giving them a chance. I also think it was
to be fair, vampirism and homosexuality, it's not life and death. On
no, for sure. But it's
what we said
there are
was
parallels.
It's in her DNA. It is who she is, and nothing will be done to change that. And that is the same.
Yeah.
That is the same core logic. You are not going to change certain things about people.
And he's a hypocrite in a way for that, yeah. I also thought it was very nice in a way, big of Tyler. I know that he found out and whatnot, but the truth is, even before Caroline was captured, she was, for whatever reason we'll find out, she was sneaking out. So he has actually put his ego aside, and he's like, even though she snuck out, we'll deal with that later, she's in danger, I still want to go and find her and help her.
It's because, do you remember, he drank the coffee, and then he went and he found out about the vervain, and that's when he went to his mum and was like, what have you done?
Yeah,
but
but she was sneaking out away from him after they'd been together before that. So he has stuck a pin in his ego, and he's gone to help her. And then now he's going to find her. I haven't forgotten that you snuck out on me. We're going to talk about that later. So it's so nice that he's showing more maturity and growth, because Tyler of season 1 wouldn't do that. He would be all about his ego. You know what I mean? So
I also think it says a lot about where they still are, because Tyler is a werewolf. So he's supernatural. He's stronger. Liz is still just human. But the fact that it's almost like, wow, this has got really serious. I need a grown up.
But it just goes to show that there are, yes, you can be all these wonderful supernatural ways, but sometimes you really just do need a mum.
Yeah.
So it's the difference,
Mum's
isn't
rule.
it, from when she was trapped in that cage and it took him a minute to let her out.
Yes.
To now when he's
He was-
gone,
no
like,
doubt.
no, absolutely not, we will go and find her, and there was no hesitation, like,
Yeah.
That's a really interesting parallel. I really think that I love them together. I don't necessarily mean like I need them to be like together romantically. Like I think
Even
that is
as
lovely.
besties, they'd be
but
lovely.
I think they have such an interesting understanding and dynamic that I love scenes of them together.
Yeah, I do too. Even as just as besties, they do have a bond, or like a trauma bond that nobody else has. And if it does work out, which I think really hope it does, that's who I'm shipping with Caroline and Tyler. Her mum likes Tyler, so you always want your mum to like your boyfriend.
I also feel like within this supernatural groupings, with all of them together, they're the only two that can kind of go, they're looking out for me first.
yeah.
What
Yeah.
if their
Each other.
partner? Yeah.
We said that, didn't we? Because
Yeah.
everybody else has like the other.
I'm going to put Elena first, I'm going to put so-and-so first. For them, it's like, we'll put each other first. No one else is picking us first.
Oh, I feel like the only other person that I think probably doesn't have that would be Bonnie. Because obviously Damon and Stefan have got each other.
Yeah.
Elena will be in that pairing, and then Jeremy.
Yeah. I think Elena's a difficult one because I feel like she would put any of them before herself.
Yes.
But I'm not sure when it comes to if they were all in danger, who do I save? I'm not sure what she would do. I mean, personally, I think Jeremy would always be her priority at all of them, maybe.
yeah.
But when it comes to the supernaturals,
Yeah.
I'd hope it would be... See, I'm like Bonnie and Caroline because Damon and Stefan have lived.
Yes.
That's the way I always
such
view
a
it.
Fair point.
And those are her two besties. Oh, God, I don't even want to go into Elena, who are you going to save?
No!
Do you think it's the end of Stefan hating Klaus? Because now he remembers their friendship. And like you said, his relationship with Rebekah, he now remembers.
No, because otherwise he would have blurted out straight away. I know where that necklace is. So Stefan's going to do a really difficult balancing game because he's going to remember all of this fondness for Klaus and Rebekah. But those fondness that he's built up with Damon and Elena and everyone else aren't going anywhere. So it's like you've got almost two people that you're in love with at the same time, and he is going to constantly, I think, going forward, have to make a decision that goes a bit this way and a bit that way to try and... I wouldn't want to be in Stefan's chest.
I feel like Klaus thought or thinks that taking away that compulsion, that Stefan's going to be like, oh yeah, we're besties.
Yeah.
Can't believe I
It's
forgot.
your boy, Stefan!
The thing is, Stefan's a different person now, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
So he's gone through, like, okay, he's doing this Ripper stuff.
But he doesn't
Klaus,
want
but
to.
He did it to protect other people. He's not doing it because he wants to do
Not
it.
for the same
So-
reasons as back then, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so he's not the same person. So therefore, you're not going to get the same relationship back because you haven't grown together as people.
And
It'll be interesting to see
also,
what he decides.
even remembering those things, he still remembers everything that's happened after.
Yeah.
So,
I just thought of something, which was, when we saw Klaus back in the 20s, he was referring to himself as a bit of a hybrid and like a bit gross or whatever, freak, didn't know where he'd fit in. Yeah. Rebekah was there, and I don't know, but then obviously she's gone to sleep and now she's awake. In the time that she's been asleep, has he come up with this idea of, I'm going to make hybrids, I'm going to be this fucking supremacist dictator? I wonder if she's going to find out that plan and if she's going to agree or disagree with his desire to make more hybrids.
She must know something because she's panicked that the necklace is gone.
Only
he said to
well,
her,
that might be important to her though, not to
him. He said to her, we need that necklace.
But don't forget
is the thing that we've lost gone.
that this is the 20s, so way before that was when he met Katherine and planned on breaking the curse then. So I think this has always been his plan.
Right.
It's just that as far as he was aware, Katherine never had any children.
Or
So with the death of Katherine, he can't break the curse. So maybe he's just at a low point of, I'm this abomination with power I don't even have, and I'm not. Because again, you've got werewolves and you've got vampires, and then he's like, and I'm
Yeah.
neither.
I just wasn't
Like,
sure if
oh, well,
Rebekah
with
would
me.
agree with it or not.
Poor lonely Klaus.
Because do you know what I mean? Like, she's going to wake up, be like, okay, what's been happening? And I just wonder whether or not she would agree with what he's done or not.
From what I got, he said to her, we need whatever it is. And she was like, my necklace isn't here.
I need to contact the original witch.
Yeah, and she was like, yeah, my necklace isn't here. But she was panicked by the fact that it wasn't there. So Stefan keeps a list.
Yeah, but
So he can relive it.
So are we to believe that he killed that guy?
Yeah, that's why his name was on the list.
But which is weird because he let the woman go.
That was the point that Klaus was making, is that Stefan's secret that he shared with Klaus, because they were that close, was that he has to get their name so he can put it on his wall and then he relived the kill.
So it's a fetish rather than...
I think of it like a trophy. Yeah. Or look at when we first saw him in the beginning of the episode, in the car with the woman. He took the flower out of her hair and put it in his pocket. And it's like... It's
very... I half expected they were going to open the thing. Like I said, there's going to be trophies.
In the jars.
Yeah, I didn't know whether we're getting into... What's the weird hotel guy that kept all those organs? Yeah, American Horror Story.
Norman Bates keep it? No.
Oh, H.H. Holmes.
Yeah.
Oh. Murder Mansion.
That was in Chicago.
It was.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
In fairness, though, Prohibition era Chicago as well. Fun.
There was a comment, I think you guys missed.
Was,
I think
1800.
Talking over it. There was a comment earlier when they went into Stefan's apartment when Damon said to Elena, there used to be a girls' Catholic school across the street, but it closed down because of so many disappearances. Weird.
Oh my god.
Who said that?
Damon did. The way he goes, weird.
Also, douchebag needs to learn some boundaries, as you say. Climbing into bed and going in her underwear drawer. I'm sorry. I would have smacked him around the face a long time ago. I know it wouldn't have hurt him because he's a vampire, but still.
He wasn't actually doing it. What I found weird about that, though, was she sort of sat up, fully clothed at this point, and like covered herself up. And I was like, "You're fully clothed, man. You're wearing pajamas.
It's cold."
But you also you would though. It's that thing. But this is the thing, and I do appreciate what somebody was saying is the fact that if that had been any other character that was Elena, imagine say she woke up and Tyler was lying next to her and was going through her underwear drawer, we'd be like, "You piece of shit."
I am saying that about Damon.
We're saying like.
But I think it's meant to kind of show a bit of the relationship that they have, that she's not...
That she doesn't freak out about it.
Yeah. It's not great, but...
Because she lets him get away. She lets him do it.
Has she... and yes, he shouldn't just do it off his own back, but she's not saying to him, I don't want you coming in here without knocking, I don't want, you know...
And I think actually if she said that, he would.
He's very much like, just every so often just reminding her... You have feelings for me, and I know you have feelings for me, but I'm not going to do anything about it, but I'm just letting you know that I know. So when you're doing all this, whatever you're doing, and being on your high horse about shit, I know the truth.
Or like I said about how he deflected her question, and she absolutely fell for it.
Yeah.
How do you know that? Oh, it came to me in a dream. I was naked. You would have loved it. And he moves on, and she doesn't.
Yeah. Sometimes I think actually those behaviours, rather than reminding her that she has feelings... Sometimes they're a bit more, like, don't forget, I'm still a prick.
Yeah, maybe she's trying to keep her at arm's length by being a douche.
Because the times she really likes him are when he
Does
is
something
vulnerable
good.
or like does
But
something.
again, I said about him deflecting and what he said, all of his behaviours there, she actually didn't get any answers to the question she asked.
Yeah, manipulative.
Wait, I was going to say, which is manipulative, isn't it?
Yeah, okay. So thanks for watching and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.